Hi everyone, John here. Want to go through Thinkorswim and going through if I were to log in for the first time, how would I go about setting it up? There's just so many things in Thinkorswim, and a lot of these things, a lot of these tools, they're not going to be helpful for you. There's just a lot of distractions. So here's what we're going to do. You're going to be brought to the home screen, but I never use the home screen anyway. Let's take a quick look on our left hand side. I'm going to start to close down some of this information. Over here, this live news. These are what's called gadgets, and what you can do, you can actually delete these gadgets. I never look at these live news. You're just going to be distracted. You're not going to be focused on the chart. So delete that. Over here I have a Trader TV. I'm going to delete that gadget as well. Okay. Now you're going to work through some watch lists right here. Now with the watch list, you can take a quick look at this. You can add new symbols if you want to with this new watch list. This is the default watch list, but you can go through it. Now there's a lot of things that you can do. For example, you can create another watch list. This is just with the indices. Over here, I'm going to delete this quick chart as well. I mean, it doesn't do anything. Now over here, this is what you can do. You can add a gadget down here. If you click on this menu, you can see that there's so many other things that you can do. Most of these things will not help you do anything. It's just a lot of junk that you can look at. But what you want to do, you can say, I want to create a new watch list. Okay? And from here, you can say, so this menu pops up, and you can say, I want to do a new one, create a new watch list. Okay? So you can say, I want to do indices. Okay, you can look at some futures, right? Do SPY, QQQ, okay, Russell 2000, different things like that. So now you can start to set up a watch list just for you. Now the next thing that I would recommend is also a symbol link. You can make all of them to a specific color, for example blue. Over here I want to set it up as blue as well. So when you go to the charts over here, you want to set it up as blue. So when you look at the charts over here, when you click on one of these guys, it's going to flip over to the chart section. Now when you first start using Thinkorswim, there's just so many things that I don't look at. And let's monitor and let's change down to this charts. This is how I would go about doing it. Haven't done this in a while. Okay, so what I would do, first the appearance. I'm not going to be using candles, I'm going to be using bars. That's how I set it up with all my charts. You guys can see that day in and day out. And I'm just going to use black charts as my color. Over here I'm going to apply. Okay. And over here, equities, time for this one. Okay, when I want to show, but when I want to show any extended, any corporate actions, show sub, I don't care about volume. Okay. Appearance, favorite time frames, time axis. So we don't do any of this. I don't do rollover. So I want to keep the chart as clean as possible. Yeah, it's been a while. I don't do this volume subgraph. I think that's a complete waste of time. So I look at a chart, I want to make it as clear as possible, as clean as possible. And I'm looking to see if I can get rid of these lines too. But over here, what I can do next is deal with some studies. Okay. We're going to do some moving averages. We're going to do simple moving average. Click over here. Over here, I do what, 8, 34, and a 200. So the 8, I use the purple. I'm going to click again over here. It's going to do a 34 period. And this one I have it as brown or something. So you can see some of these lines start to come up. Next, I'm going to do another moving average. Just double click. This one will be a 200, 200, I think I use this color. Okay. Apply, and now we can put another one. I'm going to put in a 50. So I think I'll look at that from time to time. It's however you want to set it up, but just for looking at the charts very clear, you want to have as less things as possible. Over here, now we can deal with the timing. You can customize this list, okay? So for example, if I want to add a new time frame, I want to look at it on a 5-year, on a daily, and I can add this. It's going to pop down here. I can apply, say OK, but over here I got to go all the way down. So that brings in the data for me. Now I don't like these vertical lines, so I'm going to figure out how to get it done. So here we go. Removing that under that section. Here, you can see that every single time if I auto zoom, it's going to push the chart all the way to the right hand side. What I want to do is just adjust this a little bit. I think I go over into this gear section. If I go under appearance, no. Okay, expansion, time axis. So you want to do maybe 200 bars to the right, something like that. Another thing that I like to do, I like to increase the number of grids that I have. So right now I just have 1, but I can make it 3, okay? And I want these guys to be locked to blue. So over here, I can set it up to a different time frame. Maybe on a 1 hour, this would be on a 1 hour. And over here, this could be on a 15-minute. Something like that. Now, if I don't want to look at these charts like this, all I got to do is maximize the cell. Maximizing the cell, so I'm just looking at them one at a time. This would be on the daily chart. Then I'm on the hourly. Then on the 15-minute. And on these guys, I just got to do the same thing, where I'm going to somehow port over the settings that I currently have. Okay? And this is how I begin to look at the charts. There are a lot of things I don't use on this platform. I don't really look at MarketWatch. I don't use this at all. I do use a scanner. There's scanners that I do use. Analyze, I do use as well. For example, if you're dealing with options, then you can look at analyzing different risk profiles and stuff. Okay. So over here, you have trades. You can also set this to blue. So you'll be looking at the same thing every time. So whatever you're trading, let's just say I'm looking at Goldman Sachs. Now you're looking at the options over here. So it's important to just set it up where you are looking at the same thing every single time, but having this locked down to the color. But tools, I don't really use this. Education, I don't really use this at all. I'm just focused on the charts. But I just wanted to give you a glimpse into how I would go about looking at Thinkorswim from opening up the platform from the jump. And from there, making my configurations and avoiding a whole bunch of stuff that you don't need. So thanks for watching this video. If it's helpful for you, leave a comment below and let me know what you think. I'll talk to you soon. If you'd like to learn how to find high probability setups using Fibonacci analysis, check out my course in the descriptions below. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, subscribe now. Hit that notification button. Our first goal is 1,000 subs. We go over cryptocurrencies as well as US equities. Love to hear from you in the comments area. Talk to you soon.